Hey guys, Jason Timothy here, musicsoftwaretraining.com. Today I'm going to show you how to fatten up your sounds. Works really great on drums. Kind of fill out the frequencies that might be hidden in those sounds. And it kind of adds more fatness and sustain to the overall sound. And it's not something that you necessarily want to add to everything, but as you pick and choose, you could really fatten up your whole mix and kind of fill out the frequency spectrum a little bit more. And I learned this over a decade ago from one of the elite electronic music producers. He's a guy that's worked with some of the best of the best. So when I saw this, I was actually surprised how easy it was, but also how well it improved his overall mixes. So we're just gonna try this out with a kick drum here. All right, so just like an acoustic kick drum, figured I'd use that as an example here. So first thing we're going to do is just drag in a limiter, and then we're going to group it. And then we'll click right over here, and we're going to add a second chain. So now we've got a clean chain, and then we've got a chain that's got a limiter on it. So what we want to do is we want to kind of squash the hell out of this sound, because what it's going to do is, like I said before, it's going to fatten up the sound and also bring out some hidden frequencies in the sound itself. So first thing is, let's just back off the ceiling. Right around there is actually pretty good. You'll notice that it's cutting off the transient, so it almost sounds like it's fading in, but that's actually fine. When it's layered, it actually works really well. Right? So that's pretty much all we need to do. We could always add some gain to this if we want, or we can mix it here. We'll just call this the limiter, and this here will be dry. So here's before, and here's after. Pretty big difference if you're listening with headphones. So I'll just kind of do before and afters real quick. This can work on almost anything, but once again, you kind of want to pick and choose what sounds kind of sound empty that you want to kind of fill out the frequency spectrum. You know, if you overdo this, you can end up with a mix that could sound a little bit muddy. So you want to make sure that you're using this on sounds that you really want to kind of fatten up. So let's go ahead and just try this here on the snare now. So once again, here's the snare sound. Let's just solo this. And I'll show you what it sounds like soloed. And once again, we could bring the volume up if we want. So as you can hear, it just kind of fattens things up, gives it a little bit more sustain. So that means it's actually lasting a little bit longer in the mix, because those frequencies that normally fade out really quickly are sustaining a little bit longer. So overall, you have more frequencies in your overall mix when you do this to several different tracks. So that's my mixing tip for the day. Really simple, but can be really powerful. It's kind of similar to using parallel compression, but we're just squashing it even more. So basically, we could call this parallel limiting. So hopefully this helps you guys with your mixes, and I'll talk to you most likely tomorrow. Take care, guys.